Hello students, my name is Kumari Neha. I am working at Bharati Dastar Matriculation High Secondary School, Arpanam. And children, what lesson which you are going to see today is from class 7th, Chemistry, and the name of the lesson is Pure Substance, Mixture and Compound. So children, before going into the deep lesson, first let's see what does these words mean, right? Yeah. So children, whenever you are talking about mixtures, that time you should know what the mixture is coming from. So in chemistry, the main thing which we are talking about is a matter. So what's a matter, children? Matter is something which occupies space and mass, right? So this is the basic definition of it. So in matter, the matter we have talked about the solid, liquid and gases. But here we are going to see what are the pure substances in that and what are the mixtures in that. So first let's see what is a pure substance. So children, pure substance means that there is only one kind of compound present or one kind of element present in that, right? So what is pure? Here pure means one kind, right? Same way, if you are talking about mixtures, so mixtures best example, can anyone tell me? Yes, the namkeen which you are eating, right, with the snack type. So that is a mixture. In that you can see there are many different things also present, right? So that is known as mixture. So mixture is what, children? Mixture is two or more kind. Okay. And one kind is what, children? One kind is a pure substance, right? Now later on in pure substance, here you can see that they are divided into two parts. One is element and another one is compound. So element example which I am going to give is general example. What it is? It is the first element which is present in the periodic table. So what is that? That is hydrogen, right? Good. So same way, if I want to tell something about the compounds, compound also basic example I will give, which is water which you drink, right? So what is the formula of water, children? It is H2O. What it is? H2O. That means here you are having two hydrogens and one oxygen, right? And it is combining together to form the water. So that's also known as a compound. Now let's come to the mixture. Mixture, I said that it will be two or more than two kinds of element or compound present. So first is homogeneous. So homogeneous is the derivation from two words. First, homo means same and geneous means it's a kind of a mixture. Okay, so when you are seeing a mixture and it is looking similar, same. For example, when you are taking water and milk. Now these two together, when you are mixing it, you will see that all the things are looking like milk, right? Here you cannot separate the milk and water. So that mixture is known as homogeneous mixture. Same way, heterogeneous mixture means, let's divide this word into two parts. One is hetero and another one is geneous. So hetero means different. Different means even after mixing it, you will find out that yes, these two things are present. For example, take oil and water. Now these two things, when you are mixing it together, you will get to know that there is some similarity between this, right? Or you can see that there will be no mixing. Here separate layers will be visible. So that is known as a heterogeneous mixture, right? Good. Now let's do the introduction of this lesson, right? So previously now we have talked about what are the basic things here. Now let's see here the introduction of this lesson. Now children, just tell me what are the diagrams which you are seeing it here. What is this? This is honey. Honey is what? Honey is sweet, right? Then this one is what? You will get more stronger when you are having this, right? This is milk. And see this one, children, what is this? This looks like cheese, right? Cheese, who eats cheese? Jerry, right? Tom and Jerry, yes. So this is cheese. Same way, last one here, it is salt. So salt is the basic thing which you need in a food, right? So what is this, children? This is salt. So just tell me children, that when you are seeing this all, you will feel that this is only honey, that is only milk, and here it's cheese and salt, right? You will not identify anything major difference in that, right? It is a one kind of element, so that is why I am telling that it's a pure thing. But no, it's not like that. Why? Because now when you are seeing the things, children, that time just imagine, what's this? This is your favorite thing, right? Food you will not eat, but this confirm you will eat. So these are the Lay's packets. So main thing in Lay's packet, what you are seeing? There is potato chips, right? In the potato chips, there will be different kind of masalas, but it is known as potato chips only. Same way, behind the packet when you are seeing, you will see that nutrition fact. In that, what are all things are present? In that, calories are present, fat, two types of fat, saturated and trans fat, cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrate, protein, everything will be present, right? That shows that the potato is not having only the potato, but it's having so many things into that. So we can say that these things which we have discussed is not a pure substance. Now let's see some examples of pure substances. See children, first here you can take that, this is what, it looks like something metal type, right? What kind of metal it looks like? You can call it as an iron metal, right? What is the name of the metal, children? Iron. Same way, up in the atmosphere, there is only one kind of gas which is very helpful for breathing. So that gas is known as oxygen gas. And now you can see below there is a yellow color substance here, right? So what is this? Don't give me a wrong answer. Yeah, this is a sulfur. What is this? This is sulfur. Sulfur is always present in yellow color, okay children? Now see children here, when I am talking about oxygen, there is only the presence of oxygen, O molecule, right? What is here? It is only O present, right? Same way, when I am talking about sulfur, there is only sulfur. That means only S substances will be formed. Same way, iron means what? Iron is Fe. Here you can see that even if the names are different, you will get to know that all the substances, all the elements which are present in here are similar. So that is why these elements are known as a pure substance. So there is one contradiction to that, which I am going to show you now. See here. Now you tell me the names of this, okay, first. Then we will see what is the contradiction. So first here you can see that this is salt. So salt is written as NaCl, right? It is NaCl. Same way CO2 is what? It is the pollutant which you all will have some kind of suffocation because of that. And that is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. And the last one which we are going to see here is sugar. These are the cubes of sugar which your family members eat, and even your children hide it and eat it, right? So this is sugar. So children, here one thing you can see that when I am talking about the salt, here you will see there is Na and Cl, right? Same way, carbon dioxide is having CO2, and a sugar will have carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. That means, can I tell this as a pure substance? Don't tell me that you cannot call it as a pure substance, because one more definition in pure substances, there will be fixed ratio of some substances. For example, take salt. In the salt you can see there is only one Na, which is one sodium present. Same way there will be one Cl. Cl is what? Cl is chlorine. That means when you are adding one sodium and one chlorine, that time it will join together and it will form what? It will form sodium chloride, which is what? That is salt, right? So whenever the fixed quantity is present, that time also we can call it as a pure substances. Good. Now see here children, what you can see here in the diagram. First here you can see that it's a mango shake, then there is salad here, and milk in water and cookie, right? So here you can see one thing, that some substances we are adding and some will get mixed up very nicely and some will not get mixed up, right? So first you see the cookie. In the cookie we are taking the dough and here choco chips is also added. But when it has been cooked, after that you can see where is the choco chip, right? It's not mixing it together. So it is showing some difference in the mixture. So previously I told you these type of mixtures are known as heterogeneous mixtures, right? Same way, take this example. In this, what is there? This is a mango milkshake. In the mango milkshake, what are all things you are adding? You are adding milk, sugar and mango. But even after getting it, you will see that it's like only yellow kind of solution, right? That means all the substances which are there, they have mixed in very nicely. So these types of substances are known as hetero or homogeneous mixture. What is this? Homogeneous mixture. Same way, salad. In the salad there are many things, right? All the kind of vegetable, all the kind of non-veggies. So it is known as a heterogeneous mixture. Same way, water, when you are adding into the milk, you will see that it is the same kind of substance present, right? So this is a homogeneous example, right? Good. Now let's see here few examples and you have to tell me what's the correct answer. Okay. Now see here children, what is this? This is a metal plate. In that metal plate there are glasses, tumblers and spoon also, right? So it's looking like a gold color, right? Is it a gold? No, right? This is known as a alloy of metal. So alloy of metal children means when you are taking different types of metal and you are mixing it together, you are getting a similar kind of substance and that substance is known as alloy. Okay. So here they have mixed in very nicely, right? Here you cannot see what are all elements are present. They have mixed in together and they have been fixed, right? Same way here when we are taking banana, chocolate, milk and sugar, that time you will get banana smoothie, right? So banana smoothie also, it looks like similar, right? So that is an example of a homogeneous mixture. And the last one is when you are taking the salt and you are adding into the water, they will mix in together, right? That time after mixing, can you tell me whether you can remove it or not? No, right? So these all substances are the example of homogeneous. Homogeneous what children? Homogeneous mixture. Right? Good. Now these are the homogeneous mixtures. So I hope you have understood what are the homogeneous examples. Now let's come to the another set of examples. Just see here and what you can see and feel like. Anyone can tell me? Yes, you are right. Here you can see that they are taking water, pepper and soap. See? What is happening? You can see separately, right? They are not mixing it together, right? Even after you are trying to mix it. That means here all the components which you are adding, they are not mixing it together. So they are known as heterogeneous mixture. Same way the salad example which I took, and this is what? This is oil in water. So even this is not mixing in well, right? So all these are example of what children? All these are examples of heterogeneous mixture. Okay. So in heterogeneous and homogeneous children, the main thing is only about the examples. So that you should be very careful with, okay. After this, now let's see. So children, let's see about the characteristics of a mixture. So first characteristic of a mixture is variable composition. Okay, so what is variable children? Variable means it is a fixed kind of composition which is present. For example, take H2O. In H2O, it is fixed that there are 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen, right? Same way, the second example which I am going to see is about a physical changes. So whenever you are taking a mixture, you will see that there will be some or the other kind of physical change. What is this? Physical changes. Okay. Good. Now after that you can see that there are many different properties as well. So the third property is homogeneity. What is this? Homogeneity. So children, homogeneity means if you are taking a mixture, the mixture can be of any type. It can be a homogeneous mixture or it can be a heterogeneous mixture. And similarly, you can say that all the mixtures which you are seeing, generally they will be in a heterogeneous mixture. Okay. And the fourth one is separation. So separation means what? Separation means if you are taking a mixture and you are trying it to remove that mixture. So sometimes the physical properties are also possible. For example, when you are taking a salad. In a salad you are adding many things, right? Now if you want to remove the tomatoes from that, easily you can remove it. So that is a physical mean change. Same way if you are taking the backwood smoothie. What is that? Mango smoothie, right? Now this mango smoothie, you cannot remove the mango after making the smoothie. So that's why it is a chemical mean change, okay? And the last one is energy changes. So here energy changes means whenever these type of reactions are happening, that time you will see that there will be some or the other kind of absorption of energy or removal of energy, okay? Now let's see what are the kinds of mixture. So children, there are basically three kinds of mixture. So first one we are seeing the solid mixture. So in this, these both are known as alloy. One is bronze alloy and another one is steel alloy. So bronze alloy is the mixture of three elements, and same way there is steel. Okay, so these are the example of solid mixture. Same way when you are taking the liquid mixture, you can take example of milk and water, and the last one is solid and liquid. So in that you can take the example of salt and water, or you can also take the example of tincture of iodine, in which there is the presence of iodine in that, okay. So these are the kinds of mixture. Now let's see how to do the separation of some substances, okay. So here the separation we are doing is for sulfur and iron. So here this yellow salt is known as sulfur, and this one is known as iron, okay. So what we are going to do here is, we are going to take both of these and we are going to add it simply. Now we got a mixture. In this mixture what is present? In this mixture sulfur and iron is present. Now tell me whether you can mix it well together. No, right? That means this example of a heterogeneous mixture. But now just tell me, if I want to remove again, by physical changes I want to remove the iron. How can I do that? Iron is what? Iron is a magnetic substance, right? So using that magnetic substance you can remove this iron. So now let's see how to remove this. See here, in the mixture when I am keeping a magnet and I am keeping it closer to the substance, that time you will see that all the iron is getting attracted. So same way I can remove the iron, and the separation is also easy, right? Same way if I want to do a second experiment. In the second experiment what I have done is, I have taken sulfur plus the iron, and what I am doing is, I am going to heat them. This is what symbol? This is heating symbol, and when I am heating it, I am getting like this grey type of substance, and that substance is known as iron sulfide. Okay, so this iron sulfide shows that when you are heating the substance, the both iron and sulfur are mixing it together, and therefore the removal of these substances are a little difficult. And this substance, when I get it, I cannot take a magnet and keep it over this and try the separation, right? So that is why we are calling it as a homogeneous mixture, and in homogeneous mixture the separation of the substances are very difficult, right? Good. Now students, now let's see here why we are calling air as a mixture. So this is the pie chart of air present in the atmosphere. This is showing that nitrogen, oxygen, argon, other gases and carbon dioxide is present in that, right? So mixture means whenever there are different kinds of gases present in the atmosphere. So already looking at the pie chart, you can say that air we are considering it as a mixture because of the presence of so many gases. Plus one more thing is there that these gases can be removed from the atmosphere by chemical changes or chemical equipments, okay. Same way when I am taking the second example here, you can see that why we are considering water as a compound. So when we are considering water as a compound, that means in the formula of water there is 2H and 1 O. So it is a one particular compound. Now just imagine if I want to separate H and O, how I'll do it? Is it so easy? No, right? Here you need so much energy plus you need so much efforts to do this. So that is why it's known as a compound, and the separation of the compound is not at all easier, right? Yes. Now students, in this chapter we have talked about various things, right? Now all these types of questions, for example, they can ask in creative sense that when they are taking two different mixtures and they are adding it, can they be separated by physical means or chemical means? So this is the first question which we can ask. Same way, when you are going through the lesson, just when you are going to the description box, just go through the study material, question bank and self-assessment. In the study material, there are many creative questions regarding these lessons, okay. After that, when you are doing the self-assessment part, just be careful. If you are answering all the answers correctly, that means you have understood the lesson very nicely, okay. Students, so next time until we meet, hope that you are safe and fine. Bye bye.